Good morning, dear viewers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very important topic in sociology. What is perspective and what is sociological perspective? We will also discuss 5 examples, understand why we need a sociological perspective, and learn why there are different types of perspectives, and most importantly, why we should not depend on just one perspective. So stay connected till the end of this video. First of all, what is perspective? Let's start with a simple question. What does the word perspective mean? The word perspective means a particular way of looking at something. It is like putting on a pair of glasses. Each pair shows the world in a slightly different colors or shape. In simple words, perspective means viewpoint or angle of seeing things. For example, a teacher may look at education as a way to shape the future of society. For example, a businessman may see education as an investment for economic growth. For example, and a student may see education as a way to get a good job. All three are correct, but they are looking from different perspectives. So, perspective helps us understand that there is no single way to view reality. It depends on how and from where we look at it. Secondly, what is sociological perspective? Now, let's move on to our main question, what is sociological perspective? In sociology, the term sociological perspective means looking at human behavior in society in a systematic and scientific way. It means understanding how society influences our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Instead of believing instead of blaming individuals alone, the sociological perspective helps us see how social forces like culture, class, gender, religion, or education shape our lives. In short, sociological perspective helps us see the general in the particular and the society in the individual. This idea was beautifully explained by Peter Berger, a famous sociologist. Let's understand it better through these 5 simple examples. Firstly, education. When a student fails, we do not just say he is lazy. From a sociological perspective, we ask, is the school education system fair? Does the student come from a poor background? Are there cultural or language barriers? Secondly, marriage. Marriage is not just about love between two people. It is also influenced by religion, traditions, class, and family expectations. Thirdly, crime. A sociological perspective looks at crime not only as personal wrongdoing, but also as a result of unemployment, inequality, and lack of social support. Fourthly, fashion. When people follow fashion trends, it's not just personal choice, it reflects social influence, media impact, and cultural identity. Fifthly, religion. Religion is not only a personal belief, it also plays a role in maintaining moral values, unity, and order in society. Through these examples, we can see that sociological perspective connects personal issues to sociological structures. Number four, why do we need a sociological perspective? Now, the question is, why do we need a sociological perspective? The answer is very simple yet and powerful, because it helps us to understand society beyond our personal experiences, because it helps us to see how social structures influence our lives, develop critical thinking. We start asking why things happen, not just what happens. become more tolerant and open minded because we realize that people's behavior is shaped by their environment. And finally, it helps us understand and find better solutions to social problems like poverty, crime, and inequality. The sociological perspective opens our eyes. It helps us move from I to we, from personal problems to social issues. Now you may ask, if sociology is about society, then why there are different perspectives? Well, just like a doctor can look at the human body through different specializations like heart, brain, or bones, sociologists also study society from different angles or lenses. The three main sociological perspectives are: firstly, structural functionalism. It sees society as a system made up made up of parts that work together like family, education, and religion. Each has a function. Secondly, conflict perspective. It focuses on power, inequality, and struggle between the classes or groups. Thirdly, symbolic interactionism. It looks at how people interact and give meaning to things in their daily lives. Each of these perspectives gives us unique insight. None of them is completely right or wrong. Why don't we depend on only one perspective? This brings us to our final question. Why should not we depend on only one sociological perspective? Because society is complex and multidimensional, no single perspective can explain all aspects of social life. For example, functionalists may explain crime as a part of social balance. Conflict theorists may explain it as a result of inequality. Symbolic interactionists may focus on the meanings attached to criminal behavior. Each gives a piece of puzzle but not the full picture. That's why sociologists combine perspectives to understand society more completely. So, dear viewers, to sum up, perspective means a way of looking at things. However, sociological perspective means understanding human behavior through the lens of society. We need to see it how social forces shape our lives. There are different perspectives because society is complex, and we should not depend on only one perspective because truth truth in sociology is multidimensional. By using the sociological perspective, we become more understanding, more thoughtful, and more aware of the world around us.